Today we're going to make an apple galette with a French Pate Brisee crust, a delicious fall treat for any occasion. I'm Kat, owner of Charmin Chic Baking, and welcome to my channel. We're going to start by making the crust with very simple ingredients, and you can see the ingredient list in the description below. Start by combining your all-purpose flour, adding your salt, and a little bit of sugar. Then we're going to give that a good whisk with a fork. You want to make sure that all the lumps are broken down. Then add cold cube butter. And you can either do this with a pastry blender or a food processor. You just want to get this into the size of small peas. Once your mixture looks like coarse peas or oatmeal, then we're going to add a little bit of ice cold water, a little at a time, just until the mixture comes together. You don't want to overdo it because then the mixture will be too sticky and it'll be hard to roll out the dough. You want to use a fork to gently combine this mixture, and we don't want to break down the butter too much because that's what's going to give the pastry really nice flaky layers. So in total, you're going to add about 2 to 4 tablespoons depending on the dryness of your flour. So every flour is different and absorbs different amounts of water. So once your mixture comes together like this, then you know it's done. Then pour out the mixture or dough onto a plastic wrap, and we're going to refrigerate it for at least 1 to 2 hours for the butter to harden up again. Now we don't need to knead the dough. You're just going to put it onto the plastic wrap and then let it come together by gently squishing it. Making a good pie crust has always been a challenge for me, but this one always works out. So if you're either a beginner or don't like making pie crust like me, you definitely need to try this recipe out. You're going to press down the dough into a flat rectangle, pressing down with your hands. We're going to then later roll it out, so don't worry if it's not uniform. Just want to make sure that it does come together at this point. Then you're going to refrigerate it for at least 1 to 2 hours for the dough to harden. In the meantime, we're going to clean our apples, and I'm using Honey Crisp. I know they're a little bit smaller, but these are really delicious apples. They're nice and firm. You want to make sure that they're peeled, cored, and sliced. Then add your brown sugar, cinnamon, a little bit of flour, and lemon juice. The flour is going to help the mixture to thicken up so that it won't spill out while baking. And just using a spoon to mix all together, and then we're going to leave it until we form our dough. In the meantime, you can preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. You can also use other fruits or even vegetables if you want to make a savory galette. Plums are a good idea, peaches are in season, anything really goes, and you can use the same ratio of sugar, flour, lemon juice as well. Once the dough is chilled, we're going to very carefully unwrap it, and there might be a couple little sticky spots, but you can just sprinkle a little bit of flour over top. Then add another layer of plastic wrap over top so that the dough doesn't stick to the rolling pin, and it'll just make it so much easier to roll out. So when rolling out your dough, always roll from middle to ends, never back and forth. In this case, I'm just trying to get that dough to stick together. And once you get a shape more or less like a circle, it doesn't have to be exact, we're going to then dock it with a fork just to ensure that it bakes evenly on the bottom. Now you want to put this onto parchment paper so that if any juices do escape, it's going to go into the parchment paper and not onto your pan. It'll also make removing much easier after baking. So I'm just going to add 3/4 of the apple mixture on first and place them in the middle while I roll up the dough using the parchment paper to assist. It may rip, and that's okay because you can always mend it later on. So just very rustically going to wrap this around the apples. And you will need to pleat it a few times. Again, this doesn't have to be perfect. We want it to look really rustic and authentic. And once you've got the dough wrapped around your apples, you can insert the rest of the apple slices into the sides, and you can even do a little decoration with the apple slices on top. So I'm just tucking in some slices onto the sides just to fill up the gaps. So I did use 4 small apples for this recipe. Depending on the size of your apples, you could use 3. And if you're using other fruits like peaches or plums, you're going to need probably a lot more. We're then going to give the pastry a brushing of egg wash using 1 egg yolk and 1 tablespoon of milk. And this is going to give a nice golden crust to the pastry. I'm using an authentic pastry brush with bristles. I really don't like the silicone ones. I find that they don't stick well to the brush, and this gives it a smoother, glossier finish to the pastry. So just dabbing it very carefully, not getting it onto the apple slices, just on the pastry itself. Then an optional ingredient is a little coarse sugar, and that'll just give nice little crunch to the pastry as well, and a little bit of caramelization. I don't recommend using brown sugar because it will melt a little bit faster and will burn, so just use either regular white sugar or coarse white sugar. Then I'm adding about 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter in little knobs on top of the apple slices. It'll give a little extra creaminess. And after 30 minutes, this is how the apple galette looks. Beautiful golden brown, the apples are nicely baked, not overly done, soft but still plump. And it's really easy to come off the parchment paper. Just use a spatula, either offset or any type of metal spatula will do. Just gently release it off the parchment paper. And you want to ensure that you do this at least half an hour after baking to allow it to cool and harden. All right, this galette is still a little warm, but I'm really eager to dig into it. So I'm going to cut myself a slice and see how this is. Like any apple pie, this pairs well with vanilla ice cream, and I add a little drizzle of maple syrup on top. You can see that the crust is baked perfectly on the bottom, nice and golden. The apples are plump and soft and absolutely delicious. There's not too much juices that float out. It's nice and thick, so it's not very messy at all. All right, I think this is going to end up being my dinner. Beautiful, delicious, and rustic. This apple galette is perfect for any time of the day, especially for a Thanksgiving brunch. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you next week. Happy baking!